Law. More Latinos grow up in English only homes, study finds. Owner Lourdes Perez teaches a dance move during practice at the Spotlight Dance Studio in Cudahy, California. By Los Angeles Times. Los Angeles, California. Like many first generation Mexican immigrants, Juan Rivera grew up in a home where the family spoke only in Spanish. So when he had his own children, it was important that his home be bilingual. He plastered the family's Paramount, California home with sticky notes of words in Spanish and English. But soon, the children went back to speaking just English, and the notes vanished. The Rivera family's experience mirrors a dramatic shift occurring in Latino communities across the country. More Latinos are growing up in families where only English is spoken. A new Pew Research study was released last week. It found that in 2014, an estimated 37% of Latinos ages 5 to 17 grew up in households where only English was spoken. That's up from 30% in 2000. Immigration drops, English rises. Overall, English is on the rise, and the lower percentage of Latinos of all ages are speaking Spanish at home, the study found. The findings reflect the significant decline in immigration from Latin America in recent years. It also shows that most Latinos are American born, and the community is adopting American culture and language, like many other immigrant groups. The typical trend is that the first generation prefers to speak Spanish, the second generation is bilingual, and the third generation is generally monolingual, said Jody Aguis Vallejo. It's her job to study immigrants. She works at the University of Southern California, USC, where she is an associate professor of sociology. In the last few decades, there has been a huge amount of immigration, both legal and illegal, into the United States from Latin America. In 1998, California voters decided to kill most bilingual education programs and public schools in favor of English. Immigration critics had claimed that the immigrants would prefer to keep speaking Spanish if they attended bilingual classes. The shift towards speaking only English is not simple. Spanish language links the generations. Outside a dance studio in the mainly Latino immigrant town of Cudahy, mothers waited for their daughters to leave a folk dance class. Most of the children spoke English, but the teacher, Lourdes Perez, speaks almost entirely in Spanish. As the mothers waited, they joked about speaking to their children in Spanish only when it's time for punishment. But they also said they are sad that their children cannot speak with their Spanish speaking grandparents. When Maria del Rosario Peralta speaks to her daughter in Spanish, her daughter responds in English. This summer, the family plans to visit the grandparents in Mexico. Peralta worries that her daughter will need an interpreter to speak with her relatives. I tell her, "What's going to happen when we go to visit your grandparents?" Peralta said. "Vas a hablar o te vas a quedar muda?" Translation: Are you going to talk or are you going to stay silent? Karen Rivera grew up speaking very little Spanish in the home, but her husband's parents were born in Mexico and her mother in law does not speak English. Whenever the couple visits her in laws, the children practice the little Spanish they know on the car ride over. Buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás? Her daughters will repeat. Nearly half of Latinos are younger than 18, and 88% speak only English at home or speak English very well, according to 2014 data from the US Census Bureau. That's up from 73% in 2000. Among Latinos 18 to 33-year-olds, 59% said they spoke only English at home or said they spoke English very well in 2000. In 2014, the percentage rose to 76%, the data show. The number of newly arrived immigrants from Latin America has been in decline for a decade. Erica Aparicio, 24, of San Diego, arrived in the United States when she was 6. She is fluent in both English and Spanish. Aparicio prefers to speak to her parents in Spanish, though. Aparicio makes an effort to speak exclusively in Spanish to her 3-year-old daughter, too. I'm not going to let the Spanish die with me, she said. I see the value in knowing 2 languages: love, hate, and language. In August, a videotaped confrontation went viral online. In the video, a woman yells at a mother for speaking Spanish to her son at a Los Angeles restaurant and demands that she speak English. The mother cries and yells back at the woman in English. Many people have a love hate relationship with Spanish. On the one hand, many whites have enrolled their children in bilingual schools so they could learn Spanish, believing it could help them find work later on. But Spanish use has also led to English only laws across the country, Vallejo said. It's an old story in many ways, Lopez said. A century ago, in some states such as Nebraska and Iowa, laws were enacted to ban German in public schools. The United States truly is a graveyard of languages, Vallejo said. For many families, language is about so much more than just the words you speak, Vallejo said. It's about your identity, she said. It is about the relationships that you build and deepen with family and friends or through experiences like travel and the memories that are derived from those relationships and experiences.